Once again, coming to you live from the driver's seat. And today is Friday. And I got a really special post today. Today I was watching Respect the DJ. Yeah, I know you're like, why is he watching Respect the DJ? And what does that have to do with the Lord? But anyway, I'm watching Respect the DJ, and I learned something really valuable today because I watched 2 episodes. I watched one with DJ Drama, and I watched another with DJ Envy. And what I learned was really valuable, and I'm going to share with you right now. So, both of these guys, when they were in high school, they used to save their lunch money and buy records. You know, in the case of DJ Envy, he and another guy would split a coffee cake at lunchtime and then take their money, pool it together, and go buy records so that they could spend parties and make mixtapes. Now I know you're like, now what does that have to do with anything? Well, what it has to do with anything is everything. The idea that they would be faithful over their lunch money. Not only were they faithful over it, they reinvested in themselves and their businesses and what they were gifted and talented to do, and it bear fruit. Now I know you're sitting here like, man, we're talking about DJs. Yeah, but we're talking about 2 DJs that are worth millions of dollars, and they got rich operating God's principle, which is be faithful over a little bit and he'll make you rule over many. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I want us to understand that if we have seed, we cannot always eat it. You know, it would have been easy for those guys to take that money and go buy a slice of pizza or go trick it off on some J's or go invest in clothes that go out of style. But instead, they saved it and reinvested it in themselves. Now, I'm also reading a book right now called The Marshmallow Test. And maybe some of you know what the Marshmallow Test is, and maybe some of you don't. But the Marshmallow Test starts off with this experiment that they did with 5-year-olds. And what they did is they sat a 5-year-old at a table, they sat a marshmallow in front of them, and they said, I'll be right back. Don't eat the marshmallow. And if you don't eat the marshmallow, when I come back, I'll give you 2. Now, of course, some of the kids ate the marshmallow. But what they did is they studied these same kids at 10, 15, and 20 years later. And what they found out is that the kids who were exercising restraint were by far more successful than the kids who weren't. Now, mind you, this study was done at Stanford. So we're not talking about just ordinary kids with ordinary parents. We're talking about kids who come up in good homes and good situations. But it did not matter how good their situation was because they were not able to discipline their flesh. I'll repeat what I said. It didn't matter the environment. It was whether or not they could discipline their flesh. Whether or not they could sustain themselves without giving in. You know, cognitive control is the technical term. But what we're trying to get to you to understand, or what I'm trying to get you to understand, is that these are biblical principles, man. You know, faithful over a few. You know, subduing your flesh, disciplining yourself. And the studies and history have shown us that the people who have discipline are successful. But what they're successful doing is using God's principles. It's God's principles at work in their lives. So it doesn't matter if you're saved or you're not saved. The reality is God's word works. So what we have to understand as saints is that we have to apply that same word. Now, I don't know if these people prayed. I don't know. But I know they operated the principle. You know, I know that they used their gift. I know that they were faithful over a few things. And I know that it bear fruit. So, with that being said, it's time to exercise some restraint. It's time to exercise some discipline over our flesh. It's time to be faithful over a few things. It's time to start perfecting our craft. And what it's time out for is just sitting on the sidelines, hating on the people that are winning. All of this stuff is meant for you. as the believer to operate so that it bears fruit in your life. So stop watching what other people are doing and respect the word. Bottom line, man. Now, this is the second time I've tried to tape this, just to let you know how powerful it is. It literally broke my phone the first time. So, with that being said, this may be the most important thing you hear all weekend. So, be faithful over your gift. Invest in yourself. Show some restraint. And until the next time you see me, remember this. To those who have been given dominion, they were born to dominate. Have a great day.